Welcome back, JDs and Gentlemen, it's me Pixel, and today we're going to be doing the very first episode of Pixel's MRE Archive, the short-lived series in which we go back through the rations that I have from years gone by, aka 2016 or earlier, and we see what's still edible, what's not edible, we document, and we learn. And today we're going to be checking out menu number 19, beef patty jalapeno pepper jack. This was packed by the Warnock company, and I believe that means that there is no date code on the outside. And if you remember our last video, you will remember that we were supposed to have a modern MRE, menu 21, tuna chunk lemon pepper. But unfortunately, or fortunately perhaps, it was a beef patty jalapeno pepper jack packed in the tuna bag. And before we begin, I have something to show y'all. What do y'all think of my new backdrop? This is all of the MRE bags that I had left lying. And a couple of interesting patches there for a bit of colour. I thought, you know, let's get an interesting backdrop, something to look at other than the ration. And speaking of the ration, we're just going to crack it open. And so we have a choice of knives today. We have this little stinker and a much larger knife. This is my granddad's knife. I'm working on refurbishing it. So we're going to be using our little stinker today, and we're going to come up here and we're going to give that a good slice. Alright, nice one. And you know what, I'm gonna go right to the edge because I'm trying to keep these bags, because MREs don't come in these anymore, you know, I like to keep things cool, that are cool. And here we go, the very first look at Pixel's MRE archive. Alright. A very interesting smell in this bag. Sort of fruity, chemically smell. And here's our components. Looking at all that. Looking good. That looks pretty decent, I don't know why. So, first off we have our main here. Beef patty jalapeno. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I'm gonna be eating this or trying this. Then we've got our oatmeal chocolate chunk cookie. We have our accessory pack, we'll have a look at that in a minute. A bag of chocolate M&Ms. Best before the 1st of 2018. I think they're a bit past it. These will most likely be fine. A tropical punch flavored no fruit juice. Oh wow, that's interesting. Check that out. Cheese spread with bacon. Wow. That's cool. You know, we'll give that a neat up, we'll give it a look. You know, we're going to look at everything, so we'll give that a look out on a tray. We've got a hot beverage bag, an FRH, which I'm not going to be using because I'm not going to be eating this. Info card, the Warnock Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. And then we have, what's this? Cherry BB Cobbler, blueberry I'm guessing. 32nd day of 2017. So this is a 2017 ration, that's cool. I thought it was a 2016. And then we have our tortillas plain. Sterling Foods, San Antonio, and let me see if I can find the date code on this. 30th day of 2017. So, a younger ration than I was expecting, but there does seem to be a bit of a weird smell about everything. It smells like that tropical punch has breached, perhaps. We also have our classic, no frills, MRE spoon, favourite spoon on the planet. And then we have our accessory pack, which was packed on the 41st day of 2017. So we're gonna give this a look. Got some creamer non-dairy, got some Lighthouse TP, iodized salt, a packet of mustard. Huh. There's a date code on there, the 334th day of 2016. It doesn't feel like there's anything in there anymore. I have some ketchup that feels exactly the same. What? That's so weird. Then we have this genial instant coffee. And we have our sugar, our moist toilette, classic matches, and some cinnamon gum. Cool, so that's all of our really interesting components. I think it's time I got this on a tray. Cool, so that's the entire ration, minus some accessories, out on our tray. And it's looking, this would have been a decent meal had it, you know, been in date and not sat in my bedroom for the last 8 years. So yeah, there's really not much to do other than crack this stuff open and have a look at it. And I really want to see what's going on with our tropical punch flavored fruit juice. So we're just gonna absolutely no hiss there at all with our little stinker. Ooh. Okay, so we've got a bit of spillage there. Let's have a look at this. There we go, there's our tropical punch fruit beverage. And you know what? That actually seems fine. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think this is probably okay. Looking pretty good. It smells good. Oh, wait, no. Oh, hang on. No, there's actually a weird smell about this. It's almost beefy and fishy at the same time. It doesn't smell like what they smell like when they're fresh. This definitely does not smell good. No, yeah, that is not as it's supposed to be. I don't know if they changed the recipe for this year, for 2017, but that is sour, and not good sour. That's a bit stinky, I won't lie. So not off to a great start with our beverage powder. A bit gross, I'll be honest. It smells really bad, and it tastes bad. Like, I dip my finger in it, and it's just, you know, they taste kind of cool, like Kool-Aid, and that one does not taste good. It's sour, kind of musty. I think perhaps definitely past its best. And you know what? While we're on drinks, let's just crack through the drinks here and have a look at our genial instant coffee. And yes, I'm using the knife because I like it. Let's have a look at this. Oh, you know what? Oh no, hang on. I think I saw something bad there. Oh no, look at that. That looks really good. Oh, it smells strong. It smells really strong. There you go. Now you can get a good look at that. That looks... It looks good. Some darker granules in there. I think maybe some oxidation, perhaps. It doesn't taste good. I'll give it that. It's very... The coffee looks like it would have been pretty okay. I think it's time that we stop avoiding the main character here. Now, there is a bit of movement here. You see that? I don't think it's bad. I will say that meat products are one of those things that I am not going to be trying at all in any of these rations. I have seen some horror stories from some things like these, especially with the way they've been stored. Like, they've been stored to my right over here. And as much as I've tried to keep my bedroom cold, unfortunately, Scottish weather can be a bit unpredictable, and it has been a bit warm. So I'm not going to be consuming any of this. But looking at it, why not? So let's go ahead and crack it open. The viewers take the first bite, of course. That looks pretty good in there. It smells pretty good. And we're just gonna slop this boy out. Jalapeno beef patty. It looks fine. Well, about the same as the last one did. It smells pretty much the same as the other one did. Again, there's a weird fishiness to everything. That's strange. You can see some flakes of jalapeno in there. There's a little green piece here. Some reds, little chilies on the top of it. That looks pretty good. Cool, so that was our jalapeno beef patty, and I'm just gonna leave it there so we get to have a look at it. I have now got a different spoon, because we wanna keep that MRE spoon, and I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know how well fruit holds up in retort pouches for almost 10 years, but we're gonna try and have a look at this. This is our cherry blueberry cobbler. No hiss. Here you go, dear viewers. Have the first bite. That looks pretty weird. Okay. It smells tart. It smells fruity. It smells like blueberries. Funnily enough, it looks pretty good. Some nice big chunks of blueberries, and I shouldn't have licked it. I didn't lick a lot. I licked a little tiny corner of it, and that does not taste right. It tastes weird and chemically. There's a slight kind of breadiness to it, which I don't think's supposed to be there, perhaps. But it looks like it would have been very good. Hopefully I'll get an MRE that has this in it. I think I may have one, I'm not entirely sure. But it looks like it would have been pretty good. That's a good... It's a weird color on there, but it's a good color on there, you know? It kind of looks like alien eggs. Alright, and on to the things that I'm a bit more confident with. We've obviously got the M&Ms. Those are probably fine. Chocolate, it's one of those things that doesn't really go off so long as you store it not in like boiling hot temperatures all the time. But I want to check out this cookie. Oatmeal chunk chalk cookie, TFF. There's your calories and all that. So I'm just gonna... I think there was a slight hiss there. Oh wow, look at that. Look at those crumbs, let's get a smell. Oh wow, that smells good. It smells of a rich cocoa. It looks really good. Look at those chocolate chunks, wow. Oh. It's just crumbling apart, that's awesome. You know what? I am going to risk it for the biscuit, quite literally. And we're going to give this a little nibble. That chocolate is rich. It's creamy, dark chocolate flavor. Kind of bitter aftertaste. Just going to nibble the very end off of this cookie here. Very granular, very crunchy. Nothing tastes bad in that. It seems like it's a decent cookie. Had it been, you know, had I tried this when it was in date, this would have been an absolutely fantastic little addition. I'm just going to give it a little nibble again. Oh yeah, it's definitely stale. Oh yeah, that's stale. I've just hit one of the stale oats. Oh god. The saviour of all Scottish people. Yeah, I just hit one of the oats and that is definitely stale. Oh my god. Everything was going good until I crunched into an oat and it just hit me with like a... If you've ever seen like a dusty shelf, just imagine what licking that would taste like. That's the cookie. But you know, you know, it would have been fun. And my throat's getting a little bit scratchy. But I guarantee we are in Flavor Town with these M&Ms. Look at those. Literally nothing wrong with these. I am going to say it right now. Blue M&M, I'm going to crunch this in half. Oh yeah, those taste fine. Those taste as good as they did the day they were made. Perhaps a little bit of mustiness, but I feel like that's from the cookie. I'll just try another one to be safe. Those are fine. Our tortillas plain. Now, I'm going to say that these are probably okay. No hiss. Don't eat this. And look at those. And because I haven't warmed them up, split right down the middle. Now that's... You know, let's give them a sniff. They smell like tortillas that have been in a packet for God knows how long. They look fine. Pretty dark. Some nice big char marks on there. Nothing that kind of screams, yeah, these are off. Let's give it a taste. JD's and Lentilman, I can't believe I have to say this. This is a tortilla, and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with this. Obviously, I haven't put it on the tray. Because, you know, Rot Mick Rotterson and Dusty Mick out of date over here. But that seems fine. You know, there's no weird smell, there's no weird taste. It's not like it's rancid, it's nice and soft. I don't see any mold. The thing that I've really been looking forward to this whole time. Cheese spread with bacon. And let's have a look at this. Ooh, wow. There you go. Look at that, you can see little bits of bacon in there. I don't think I needed it quite enough. Little bits of dark bacon in there. Had this been normal, you know, standard cheese spread, I probably would have just downed this entire thing, I'm not gonna lie. It smells really salty. Nice cheesy smell, but then with a slight hint of bacon and salt. It's one of those things that's probably fine, but again, you know, I'm a little wary because it's got bacon in it. At least I got a bag of M&Ms out of it. I gotta check this out because it literally feels like there is nothing in here. It says tear, but I'm not tearing it. I need to see what this is. Okay, so there is. That's so weird. It literally feels like there's nothing in here. But there's our mustard. Wow, that is bright yellow. Whoa! That's turned to vinegar. Oh my god, that's turned to vinegar. That has completely... That is not good anymore. That is basically a biohazard, but that is vinegar and sadness. So, not safe to consume. That nearly made me throw up thinking, smelling that. Ketchup. Oh, let's get a look at our ketchup here. Where is it? Oh, ooh, look how dark that's gone. That is brown. Come on, open up. Oh yeah, that is oxidized beyond belief. That is off bad, not good. It's sadness brown. I don't think it's supposed to be like that brown. But it doesn't look, you know, it doesn't give me immediate vibes, you know? But I have to have a look at our cinnamon gum. Very hard. The cinnamon gum tastes pretty okay. Tastes like cinnamon gum. That's us at the end of the very first episode of Pixel's MRE archive. And what an episode it's been. Because this has been probably the worst ration experience I've had, simply because everything has just started to go off, you know? You know, sugar's one of those things that won't go rancid. Salt, pretty decent that we keep some of this. In fact, you know, this packet of iodized salt, it's a little bit rarer now because I think the more modern MREs have a smaller pack of salt. So I would say that, you know, this is probably something to keep for display. Thank you so much for joining me on the first episode of Pixel's MRE archive. I've been Pixel, you've been watching some random not eat a ration on the internet, and I am going to go finish this iron brew and tidy up this biohazard.